No, Karl, I'm telling you, man, this is a problem. I mean, we are going to the cabin for the weekend. We're gonna have a great time with Amanda and Nate. We're gonna play games, but I don't know what game to bring because my cart is little and it's packed with clothes, with your beer, with Molly. Their cabin is little. They don't have a lot of room. I'm really desperate. Can you have any suggestion? I mean, you are my game expert here. Please, Karl.
Well, how about a sci-fi game that has space exploration, planet colonization, expanding a galactic empire?
Oh, does he have tokens?
That's got tokens.
What about dice?
That's got dice to do your moves.
And cards?
Got the planetary cards.
A board?
It's got a board.
God, did you understand what I was saying? I mean, this sounds like the dream game, but it will never fit in my car, it never fit in the cabin. I can bring a huge game that won't fit through the door, that will take all the space.
This is the game.
Oh, guys, look who's there. I mean, this is new. Welcome back to ITeachHerSheWins. Today we are straight from Maine. That's right. We have recreated our Pittsburgh studio. I mean, that easy, just about that painting. Here in Maine, with us, our favorite Mainer, Karl Schmidt.
Hello.
From New England, Maine, but you know. So, we love it here. You can see a lot of bunnies through the window. Somebody's gonna shoot me now. Beautiful trees. We love it. It's cool, Alright.
The bunnies are in his head. I don't know what he's talking about.
Today you're gonna do a great game review. It's a tough one. Not only because this is the 1 billion thing that we are taking, but it's because it's a...
What with coffee?
It's a challenging game review. What game are we gonna be reviewing, Karl?
Tiny Epic Galaxies.
Woo! What a weird name, but I love it already. All right, so Tiny, and what is the publisher, the game designer?
The publisher is Gameland Games, and the designer is Scott Alms.
He's not Almond, just it's Alms. Okay, we are foreign, you know. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about the story of the game of the game designer? Because it's a weird name, like Tiny.
He's done a few different games that
the game designer is called.
Yes, Scott's done a few different Tiny Epic box games. They're micro games designed to fit in your pocket, but you'll need big pockets because the game is
depends on the size of your pants.
Yeah,
smart review.
And for the most part, these games they're different themes, but they do play with different game mechanics. The Tiny Epic Galaxies came out last year. Was received very well.
Yeah, he's actually a little gem. He got the 2015 Board Game Geek Award for the best solo board game, and he was nominated for the 2015 Board Game Geek Best Strategy Board Game. So it is a little masterpiece.
So it's cheap, like $23.
Only $23, folks. Second question, Karl. What type of game it is, and what are the mechanics?
It's a dice and resource management game that's set in space where you're working on getting victory points based upon the planets that you colonize. And
so exploring, colonizing, managing resources and dice. Very interesting. So let's go with a little brief and goofy overview of the rules.
You said goofy.
That's right. So I'm gonna go first and then you're gonna integrate it, okay?
Sure.
So it's players take alternate turns, and even though the beauty of the game is that even if it's your turn, the other player can interact with you and follow your move. It's a way to pretty much copy your action by spending certain resources. That's why also the resource management part comes into play.
You say that they're copying you. Like, what are they copying when you say that?
Yeah, they're copying, like, you will see that we have several actions. Each die represent an action. When I spend a die, the other player has a second to stop me and say, wait, I'm going to follow that action. So once you're done, I'll do it too. All right? And you take turns. On your turn, you roll your die. of course, like any dice game, you get a chance to reroll. The first one is for free, the other one you gotta spend resources. And then pretty much you spend your dice, each one has his unique ability. You get to move your spaceships around by doing so, exploring or colonizing planets, working on your own planet, and so on. The goal is to accumulate victory points until you have, I believe it's 21. Anyway, when a player reaches 21, the game is over, and the player with the highest victory points wins the game. You get victory points by upgrading, evolving your empire, colonizing more planets. By colonizing planets, not only you get victory points, but you get unique ability that you can use, of course, by spending always one die. So it's very interesting, and there is an interaction among players, especially when it comes to colonizing a planet. There is a tracker, you gotta evolve in the tracker to colonize the planet, but the other person can compete with you. It's a race to whoever gets first to colonize the planet. You can backstab each other, I can make you go back, and so on. There is a lot of fun here. Karl, is there anything you want to add? And the beauty of it, there are tokens, trackers, cars, dice. It's a very complete game.
Yeah, what I like about it is also, even though you got planets out there, you have a choice with each planet. You can either start colonizing it, or you can say, well, I don't care about colonizing. I just want to use the planet's ability that's at the bottom of the card.
Simply by moving your spaceship, you can move it from one card to another one, from your home system to a card. So,
and because of that, it just gives you a lot of flexibility as far as for the options of what you can do. It's more than just what the dice say. It's up to you to decide where you're going to send your ships to what the planet can do.
And there is a lot of strategy involved, because you move your ship, stop. I'm going to spend some resource to follow your move, to copy your move. I'm going to move my ship as well. And here's how I'm going to counter, respond to what you just done.
And because of that, there can be times in which you might want to say, hey, I want to use your dice all the time. Why not? And there are some times in which the dice that you have, you may not like it that much, and you'll just choose not to use it at all.
Ooh, folks, that was expert advice. Our game expert spoke. That was good. That was good. You're like, I'm like, oh, wow.
Because the problem is that because most people have the ability to copy your actions, you want to be careful that you're not going to be giving anyone an advantage during your turns that you're taking. All
right, Karl. The next question. What is your favorite thing about the game? Favorite action, favorite thing?
Favorite action is... I like the mechanic that's set up as far as for the dice rolling and the empire building. I mean, as you grow your empire, you'll get more ships for work replacement. You'll get more dice to roll.
Yeah. So the idea is like, do I invest in my empire or I invest in colonizing there? Do a little bit of both?
Correct. And as the empire grows, what's nice about it is that it's got three things it affects. For your empire, you have the possibility of having more ships, more dice, and a higher victory point total, but the real victory points come from getting the planets, because growing your empire, you'll only get one victory point for having a bigger empire.
And another favorite thing about this game is that unlike other dice games, this one, there is not such a thing as an unluck or a bad roll, because every phase has its unique ability. It's never really wasted, unless, like he was saying, you refrain from using a certain action because you are afraid that the other person can copy that action.
But that's uncommon. Normally, you will use all.
Yeah, either you're an expert like him or you don't do that.
Just if you're very mindful though, because I mean, you'll be looking at other people's player maps to say, hey, can they
yeah, if I do this, are they going to do that?
Can they exploit your die roll to their advantage?
Exactly. And so the beauty of it is it's this interaction between players with this follow action and the variety of actions that you can do.
Yeah, it's nice because you are working on your own empire, but you are in competition where that's the interaction that's very nice.
All right, Karl, next question. Pros and cons and your personal ranking.
I'm going to go with personal ranking first. And for me...
Scary.
The ranking is 9.
Okay, the bunnies. 9! 9! That's a good number.
There's no bunnies. There's moose in Maine, not bunnies.
I thought it was a bunny. You're right. It is a moose.
Yeah.
Hello, Mainer. Yeah.
He's had too much mushroom tea.
All right. Too much coffee. So you were saying it's a 9. Why?
There's never too much coffee. It's 9 because I like the fact that, for me, this is probably the best strategy game that's pocket sized that I've ever played in my life. It plays 1 to 5. I've not played the solitaire version, even though it's got
interesting mechanism behind it.
I can't comment because I haven't played it. I just know that.
Well, we are supposed to comment on it, so say something.
And you got the board game geek best solitaire game of the year.
That's how the game review, folks. No. Okay, and what about cons?
Cons is that the game is intimidating. When you first open it up, you see all these pieces and a tiny board. It's like, how's this all going to work?
Different type of tokens, game tracker, you know.
But the nice thing is that at the game site, there's a 10-minute video that makes it very clear.
Yeah, you scan the rule book and you scan the barcode and you have it on your phone. That's awesome. And that is a good tutorial, not this crap here. So,
well, yeah, we're reviewing and saying a few things.
Of course, let's not be modest. Yeah. All right, I mean, this is pretty cool stuff here. All right, my ranking it's again a 9. Because I like to copy him. If he said 9, it's going to be a 9. I'm going to follow your action and say 9 too. No, it is great. Like he was saying, there is a strong punch in such a little size game. There is a great variety of strategies. You can do your own thing, trying to upgrade your own system, getting resources from planets, or you can be aggressive, colonize planets, racing to get the planet first, trying to backstabbing other players. And like we were saying, I like games that don't involve a lot of luck. And here luck is little because, yeah, you roll dice. Wow, I can do a billion things. I can do one free reroll. Whatever I do, I gotta think, is he gonna copy that? And the beauty of it is that you never get bored because there are so many things to do that if you have a friend like I have that takes forever to take turns, while he's playing, I'm playing. I'm not getting bored. I'm not gonna get coffee because, hey, is he gonna do that? Oh my god, if he does that, shall I spend his culture point or shall I wait 1 turn to see if he uses the other die? That's
yes,
awesome.
You definitely want to be watching other people's turns because you may take actions on their turns.
So that's a 9. Now, Karl, our final question. If they like this game, and I hope we gave them a little bit about this game that now they're like, oh my god, I love it, I want to buy it. So if they love this game, what is a similar game? So if they're satisfied with this one, what is another game that they can buy that is going to satisfy them as well?
If they like this, then I highly recommend Roll for the Galaxy. That was also a game that came out last year, but it's more of a regular board game size. It's
more complex?
Really more options. What that game does is it does more of the same, but it gives you more dice to work with.
Okay, so and it's more cumbersome, right? It's a little bigger.
It is bigger. There's more things to lay out, but there's also simpler things too because
we are trying to promote this game, Karl. What are you doing?
Because this game, everyone's going to be taking their own turns, and Roll for the Galaxy is very similar, except for it gives you more options. Basically, everyone's going to be rolling their own cup of dice at the same time, but everyone can only pick one action. Okay. And so you take your turns together in a way.
Okay, so it is different. It
is different, but
you prefer this one? Don't answer that question. All right. I prefer this one.
You can find the other one. You're biased.
All right, so I guess that after 2 hours working on this short overview, we did it. So thank you so much once again. Tiny Epic Galaxies. It's a little gem. It's a masterpiece. Strong punch for such a little game. It's a whole universe. Whole universe, you gotta show. It's a whole universe there, so we completely suggest it. We recommend it.
Highly recommended.
I recommend it. It's a 9, so I hope you liked it. I'm sorry today we were a little cuckoo, but I guess we had a little problem with our equipment, you know. So I guess thank you guys for following us. Maine is gorgeous. Look at the moose.
The moose, that was the bunnies.
Amazing they are. Thank you, Karl Schmidt, our Mainer game expert.
Thank you, Coffee.
Thank you, Coffee. Woo! What a game! Love you, fun. See you in Maine soon. Are you recording? Can you see me? Is the battery blimping? Alright, today we are here from Maine. That's right, I mean we are in Maine, not from Maine, okay, it's from Maine, but we are in Maine We recreated our Pittsburgh studio, but we are in Maine, looking at the bunnies out there, looking at all these beautiful animals, huh? Look at the trees. With us, Karl Schmidt, from Maine, in Maine.
Hello.
No, that's what I need to say. He doesn't know how to respond to that. All right, Mainers and foreigners.
The publishers is Gamelin Games, or Gamelin Games. I'm not sure the pronunciation.
You're foreign.
The designer is Scott Alms.
All right, almonds or almonds. Okay. Did you understand what I was saying? I mean, I would love this. This is the perfect game, but we don't have any room card. I can afford to have a huge, gigantic game that takes up 5 cards that won't even get through the door of the cabin, that won't even allow us to see through the window. Stop me! You gotta stop me. I'm so fine. You gotta stop me, guys.
Sorry.